This short video is about data and variables. So can we have a short definition of what data are and what variables are? So having data, of course, is essential for any data visualization process. And what are data? Data are observations, are not things. We build our data by making systematic observations on our subjects. I use the word subjects intentionally, which is a neutral word, because in the social science, we deal with people, with individuals, but in other fields of research, our subjects could be animals or objects or other type of entities. So I prefer to use the word subjects. So by making systematic observations on our subjects, we build our data. Now, when we make systematic observations on our subjects, we take measurements or we count qualities. So, for example, if we measure the length of the stay in an hospital after surgery, or if we measure the diameter of a group of trees, let's assume that we are biologists, or if I measure the IQ score of a group of university students, I'm making systematic observations on a sample of individuals. Now, the characteristic that we either measure or count are called variables. So in our example, the length of the stay in hospital after surgery, or the IQ score that we measure, or the diameter of a group of trees, those characteristics or properties are called variables. And so to put it more formally, a variable is, as you can see on the screen, is any attribute or characteristic of our subject in relation to which we take measurements. And of course, we can have different types of variables, and different types of variables can be visually represented using different visual aids, different charts and graphs. And so we have our variables. I'm going to introduce you to a sort of simple and short classification of variables, just for you to have a frame of reference from this short introductory video. And variables can be broadly classified into two broad groups: categorical variables, also called nominal variables, and quantitative variables. Categorical variables, also called nominal variables, are those variables that express categories, that represent categories, categories that express qualities that usually we count. And quantitative variables are, as the word itself says, are variables that can be quantified, that can be measured, not counted. And categorical variables can be split into two broad families, dichotomic and polynomic. The difference is simple. A dichotomic categorical variable is a categorical variable having just two groups, including or featuring just two groups, also called labels. So, for example, gender could be, in theory, a dichotomic categorical variable if we just include males and females. Or, of course, we could have another option if we are planning to design a survey. We can have the option, the one to express my gender. But if we just include male and females, that should be, in principle, a dichotomic categorical variables. Polynomic variables, categorical variables, are categorical variables featuring more than two categories, more than two levels. For example, the hair color or the eye color or brand of pieces, those can be considered polynomic categorical variables. When it comes to the other branch of these three, quantitative variables can be split into two subfamilies. We have discrete variables, quantitative variables, and those entails just the use of whole numbers to count, to make counts. So children in family, strokes on a golf hole, and continuous variables, continuous quantitative variables. For example, the body weight, the body temperature. Those variables can be measured with continuous numbers, numbers that can have any value in between. So as I said, when we use visual aids to visually represent our data, we have to think twice about the type of variables that we are dealing with, because depending on the type of variables, we can opt for different types of visualizations.